construction
Destination confirmed.
Like, we need to get over there.
Building started.
How the hell are we already
Tactical
full?
battle imminent.
Wow, I did not know that. Wow, okay. Alright, let's go fight here. We need this choke point online, and preferably we push through to Munilist, but that is a campaign and a half. That's about it for my feedback of the streams. On that note, Empire at war. This guy gets
Ready
it.
for battle.
And there is lots of war to be had, let's be honest. Oh, this is gonna look so much better. Oh man, I am half tempted to restart the game and just put in the new shaders right now. Good is just hot as fuck. How about you? Jan, my man, it is absolutely the same thing here over in the Netherlands. It is. I was outside just like an hour ago, and it was actually like, it was 30. I looked on the thermometer, and it was like, it was actually 38 degrees. It was a little insane. Are we going slow for? Oh yeah. Right. Let's get you guy in there. Let's get everything else really moving.
Ready for duty.
I mean, assault frigates are of course slow as fuck. They are very, very tanky humps of armor. What? No engine particle? What happened? Oh, is that a lack of power to engine weapon particle?
Cannons on.
These playthroughs are amazing for finding out these sorts of issues, you know. Yeah, it is a lack of a power to engines particle. Okay, good to know.
Roger that.
Alright, so you guys can be
awaiting
one.
orders.
Rather,
Copy.
how about you, everything
I
be
copy.
two, and then you guys are
Reporting.
one. That's easy.
Awaiting
Turbo
orders.
laser cannons online. We'll get there, sir.
Scout ahead. The Speedy Gonzalez. I'm so happy someone picked a CR90. It is so good. They are so useful for scouting. Look, it's just... It speeds ahead of the fleet so well. It's great.
Corvette standing by. Ready to run the blockade, sir.
Hey, Yuri, what's up? I can help with the radar icons for ships. Well, no offense, but so far the radar icons I've seen for your mod are... they have a couple of transparency issues, it seems to me. Like, they should very much be solid. In my opinion, of course. I mean, you can... Yuri has a mod on ModDB, it's called Memes at War. It's very aptly named.
Changing course.
And the radar icons so far you've made for them, they seem to have a couple of transparency issues here and there. I'd have personally made them all solid.
Awaiting
And also to
instructions.
scale, which they also
Weapons
are.
armed.
Good, the temperature where I am is perfect, and with the air cooler at home even more so. Man, we don't have these sorts of temperatures in Europe, at least not normally. So when we get these fucking 40, like 40 degrees, 35, we are just... Whew, we're not used to that shit. So we are just burning up, and we don't have air conditioning and shit.
Awaiting orders. Cruiser reporting.
Let's try to take out the starbase as quick as we can. Take out the hangar.
Target those
That's not the
lasers.
hangar. Bam.
Fire at will. Gunship reporting.
Oh,
Roger
yeah,
that.
they
Engine
will be fine.
activate.
Let's deploy a cheeky little,
Reporting.
cheeky little one of you,
Assault brigadier.
eh?
Location
Repair
confirmed.
drones, of course, absolutely amazing for
Frigate
healing
reporting.
units.
Nebulon B
Which is
brigadier.
why the
Weapons
repair
online.
box, the range, that's what it
Batteries
is.
online.
Which is why the range is so goddamn good,
Standing by.
especially with the binary sunset. I think this is the only assault frigate Mark II we have
Weapons
access to,
ready.
so this guy in combination with that guy is going to
Yes,
really
sir.
do us wonders, especially in the
Attacking.
later battles where we are going to be battling the rebellion.
Targeting.
Though the consortium
Firing.
also has a couple of very
Weapons
good
charged.
units. Let's be honest. The consortium is not lacking good shit right
At
now.
your command.
Even though they don't have the HUD units yet, they are not lacking in powerful stuff. By the way, what do you guys think about the new turbo laser projectiles in motion? Do you guys like them? Do you guys think they're not? Do you think? Yeah. Do you like them? Do you not like them? Too big? Too small? Too slow? Too fast? What do you guys think? Give me some ideas. I build on ideas, and I get far too little feedback on the side. sort of stuff.
Ready for battle.
Like, for example, the quad turbo laser cannons, they all fire singles, as you can see, in a rapid-fire sort of flak way,
Form up.
leading some
Awaiting
people to think
orders.
that they are actually flak
Closing on
cannons.
target. Frequency opens.
Alright, we can move the
Corvette
drones,
stands
funnily
ready.
enough. That's
Reporting
actually
in.
quite funny, we can move the repair field. I think we have them. Oh,
Ready
well,
for
hold on.
duty.
Hang on, let me send this guy
This way.
after this. That is a... Alright, it's just near the circle. Whew. 3 fans in my room, wet tile, water basin with my feet in it, still too warm. You're doing better than I am, Luke. I mean, Luke, of course, also is a Dutchman, so he knows the trials and the tribulations of this hot weather in a land with brick houses. We build our houses to keep the warmth in during the winter, which in the summer, when it is 40 degrees, is an absolute horror show. It's like a horror house, really. Only instead of scary shit, it's just the heat. And it's always there. It's like atmospheric horror, really. In a no. Oh, sorry, in a strange way. Yeah, I have 0 fans. I have no wet towel. And absolutely no water basin to put my feet in. Though, I should probably, if this heat maintains, I should probably go... Can I already do this?
Tech upgrade in process.
Well, I mean, don't mind if I do,
Constructing.
right?
Building under construction.
Right, ground invasion. We need to get moving, though our units are thinning. We need to no longer do these pincer attacks, or rather send one guy one way and then another guy one way and then meet in the middle somewhere. And we need to just keep everything together, because right now our units are depleting. We need Veers to really lead the assault, do what he does, tank all the damage,
Reporting in,
and
sir.
to...
I'm here.
Ooh, also, we need
Ready to help.
patrols.
Need any
We need...
assistance?
We need...
Secured an
The,
abandoned mining facility.
oh, wow. I mean, that was easy.
Hi, Commander. Over there.
Destroyed.
Can do.
Oh shit, they're already there. Okay,
to
let's
receive
go.
your transmission.
No wait, I need stormtroopers to capture this. Wait, we can land them.
Moving out. Inputting
Ah,
coordinates.
da, 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 da.
Recruited some mercenaries.
Wait, what?
At maximum
Mercenaries?
capacity.
Oh, that thing, yes.
Upgrade in progress.
yes.
Upgrade in progress.
Go get that.
Turret constructing.
You,
Where should I go?
that please. Yes,
Turret
please.
constructed.
Now,
Read
you
you.
move forward.
As you command.
Can you go that way?
Complete.
Okay. We're just having issues, don't worry.
I find your line. Reporting in.
Construction
Roger that.
complete.
Form up.
Oh, we have no lack of faith, my friend. Oh, by the way, for those of you who have been asking, because every video we get at least a couple of questions asking.
Complete.
Or every few videos, I should say. There's always a few people asking, what is this soundtrack? It is pretty good. This soundtrack is the Legacy of the Void soundtrack for StarCraft 2.
Copy.
Just go onto YouTube and search for StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void soundtrack, and you will find it. It is really good, to be entirely honest. I really like the entire... No, can we no longer get new guys? Okay, well, that's a shame. To be entirely honest, I really like the entirety of
Reporting.
the StarCraft 2 soundtrack, both Heart of the Swarm and Wings of Liberty specifically. But Legacy of the Void just makes excellent background music,
Your service.
and I really enjoy it. Really like the skips. You know, we should make this buildable for the criminal underworld. What are we doing? We have this available. Why don't we make it build? Because we haven't started on the ground before.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Right.
Awaiting your orders.
Now, we are going to
Moving
stick to
that
the plan.
location.
And the plan is move
Complying
Fierce
with
forward
orders.
and everything else
Choose your
behind the giant
reinforcements.
tank. The giant tank on legs. I am still surprised that that goddamn model is in this mod. That missile model is so old. I can't believe it's still here.
Prepare your men.
Your orders,
Alright, well, let's just move
ahead
through
that
to the
position.
base. I mean, maybe we can move and shoot. I mean, we can definitely move and shoot. Oh, no, wait. He has to actually
there
keep
shortly.
moving, specifically, otherwise he won't. No, guys. Don't do this, stop.
What is your
You
order?
need to go first. Let's actually group everything
As
to
you
2
command.
and you to 1 and then have...
Yes, General.
I mean, he'll find his way out, right?
Standing by.
Maybe not.
Distance
80-80
calculated.
pathfinding, of course, is slightly derpy. But that's because it's a goddamn 80. Let's be honest. Look at it. Does that look like an agile, high-speed assault vehicle? No, that looks like a heavy go-fuck-yourself vehicle. That moves slowly, that crushes any and all resistance. That's what it does. That is its job. That is its only job, and it does it well.
What now? Set your
So let's stop bitching about the agility issues, because it's a goddamn tank. On legs. With giant chin cannons. Teardrop seems a tiny bit too big to me, but that's just my opinion. Chaos, I actually have the exact same opinion. I plan to re-export the turbo lasers. Well, I mean, I have been planning to export them for a long time. I just haven't done it yet. Because I have to rescale all of them. Somehow, across through some whatever ungodly thing I did, I managed to export like half the turbo lasers in one size and then the other half on another size. Which the barrel distance still matches up, which is basically the amount of distance
Divert all power to fire.
the amount of distance that there is between the turbo lasers so that they match up with the barrels that they're firing from. That still matches. But what doesn't match is the length and the width. And those I basically have to just redo sometime. It just takes a long time to really do that, so that's why I haven't done it yet. And when I do, I plan to make them a lot shorter.
Reporting in, sir.
A lot less
Destination is acknowledged.
in your face, so to say. The long, thin ones were pretty good with that length. However, now that they're the teardrop shape, I just simply think they're too long. Width is fairly decent, though I will try some different variations just to see what
Ready
works
to
best.
receive your transmission. I will crush them.
And they're only cost 22. It's so insane. Here, let's do that. Love the glow, though.
Under attack.
Yeah, I worked for a long... I spent like 4 hours or something tweaking the textures and making micro adjustments to each color to be exactly this color. I tried for a long time to get them to look the way I wanted to, and I went through a lot of iterations, right? That's what I do on stuff like this. Whenever I do something like this and it's like a major overhaul, visual overhaul, I go through the textures and then I start tweaking it by like
There will be nothing left.
kill that first. And I start tweaking things like, alright, I was about to say, are you gonna crush all my shit? And I start tweaking the color by like 2 U value in like Photoshop, and you see what works best, what doesn't. It's like few contrast adjustments, few brightness adjustments. And if you go through iteration after iteration, you will eventually find what you like best, and you will know for sure that it is the best that it can look. And to be honest, I think that's really worth it. A lot of people think that's wasted time, and that's okay. I personally think it's very useful. Myself. I always like the detail on the maps of Empire 4. Even if they were, you know, a little derpy sometimes, I do appreciate the effort they put in, right? I've actually isolated a lot of these textures. The environment textures, which are basically like the stair or this metal. I sent to someone who offered to help overhaul them to make them look better.
What is it?
Awaiting your orders.
And I'm still
Deploying
waiting for that.
stormtroopers.
Oh, right, we don't have any more units. I was about to say, I completely forgot we could deploy more shit, but to be entirely honest, there is no more shit.
Right
To
away.
deploy!
Construction complete.
Sensor array destroyed.
Alright, well that was the sensor array. We at least have a fairly fortified position here, so that's good. Oh shit, they took that out. That's okay.
Turret constructing.
And it's a bit of a shame because...
Landing zone.
And when I say it's a bit of a shame, I mean the maps and the redo of the maps and the changes. I do like a lot of the vanilla Empire at War maps. It's just that for the combat system I have in mind, shit like this just doesn't fly. You can't have this. I mean, yeah, sure,
I am ready.
it may be the original maps, and sure it has the nostalgia factor, but you know what?
Moving out, sir.
You found something.
I think I have... I'm just gonna say it flat out. I think I have a better plan than this. And where shit like fires at the wall, and... I basically plan to make very large open battlefields a la Battlefront 1. The original Battlefront 1, where you had these giant open maps of mass confusion and everything was like huge, and there were a lot of infantry, and there were vehicles that could one-shot infantry, and there was a lot of shit going on everywhere, and there was confusion, there was chaos, and I think it was glorious. And I actually think you could literally port some of those map layouts to Empire at War, and if you code the units correctly, and if you make them a very specific, like, have a very specific role I have in mind, I think it can work really, really well. It's just that I have to sit down and do the ground.
Construction complete.
Wait, what? Did we lose? What? Huh? Hang on. What just happened?
Complete.
I mean, we lost. That much I gathered, but how?
Tech upgrade.
Here, give me some.
Recruiting.
Give me some dudes.
Constructing unit.
I need some dudes to see if that was indeed.
Reporting. Reporting.
Considering it will be the same for the next 2 days, you may want to consider doing the same. Yeah, I have so far used the soak shirt method, and the soak shirt method is very simple. You simply you take your shirt off. Oh, so I did capture it. Apparently, I lost all my heroes. That's unfortunate. Anyway, you take your shirt off, you soak it, then you put it back on, and voila. That's as simple as it gets. And it's very effective. I highly recommend the method. Are you kidding me? They're already here? Oh, that's... okay. Well, I mean, okay. Well, Nico, good news. You really solved the... They're not aggressive issue. Except for these guys, apparently. They're just sitting there doing nothing. They have full everything, except that they're not attacking. The Rebellion, on the other hand, is fucking... I mean, they're everywhere. They're even about to get Ordmans. I don't even have a hypervelocity cannon. I have nothing to defend this. I don't have any heroes. I don't have shit. I need to get these turrets online, otherwise I won't stand a chance.
Where do you need me? Moving out.
Alright, get you over there. Get you guys over there. I don't know what they're raiding with, so... I mean, we at least have some stormtroopers, I suppose. We need to get every single turret that we can get.
Ready to help. Yes, sir. Awaiting
you guys guard that. You guys guard that.
Right away, sir.
And then the rest of you just do your thing.
Commander. Moving ahead.
Do your thing. You guys can capture this and just stay there. You guys can... I'm sorry, but be cannon fodder. I do apologize. Alright, so I did see Han and Chewbacca, which means we need anti-infantry.
We've secured a landing zone.
Alright, just hit these. You're not going to get those. Alright, that's all they have. It's a bunch of... Oh, Jesus, that's not a bunch of infantry at all. That's an artillery piece. And there's 2 of them, obviously. That's going to be a problem.
Construction complete.
At your service. On the move. Yes.
Turret
Go on, make it click. The UI here, even though it is invisible, the model is still there. So if you try to click through a button like that... You know, I may be able to... No, that would be bad. I may be able to change that, but then if you click like a button, it would actually select the unit behind the button, and that would of course also be bad.
Where do you need me?
Guys, I think this is going to be a case of bomb rush the artillery. And, duck. Or rather, no, never mind, he's firing at that. Keep moving.
This way. Providing backup. Over there. Going after them.
Go get him. Oh, he's almost dead. They're both almost dead. Wow. Nice, he ran into the turrets.
Need any assistance?
And this guy ran into the... oh shit, kill it before it crushes? Okay, never mind. They had the rockets. We have garrisons. Alright, I'm gonna move even the stormtroopers forward, because let's be honest, we need to go kill... Oh wow, that's really bad.
Turret constructing.
Really? You can't kill a single... Wow.
Base is under attack.
Ain't that not
Turret
sweet?
has been sold.
I'm just gonna sell that. Get my, like, 10 resources back.
Construction.
Ah, that's really not worth it, isn't it?
What can I do? Got them in my
That was really
sight.
dumb. I shouldn't have done that. I got your problem. I live in Canada, so cold has fuck in the winter, hot, and 60% humidity in the summer. But this year, it's not so bad. It's actually pretty good. Well, not for us. It's fucking like smoldering 8 degrees over here right now. And I'm sitting in my room of my brick house built to keep the warmth in. Now, I can simply get an air conditioner, but to be entirely honest with you, I don't like spending money on shit I don't need. I'm that kind of guy. And putting down a bunch of money for something that I'm gonna need a couple days a year. I'm like, oh Jesus, this can either be killed out before it reaches. Okay. If that thing could just blast all of this in a single volley. Thankfully it didn't, but... Alright, well that was fairly effective. Let's go fortify the shit out of this planet. Because we need it very badly. We need to land more shit. This planet has stuff making. Let's go. Maulers are good against those. You.
Unit in production.
Artillery online.
Oh, we need to start planning the next. Oh my lord, it's so busy. They're already here. Now the consortium is, or the criminal underworld is just fine sitting there, but what do we do now? Just go scout a bunch of planets, I guess? Well, build the mining asteroids first of all.
Construction.
Mauler ready.
Right. We need stuff. We need you guys. We need the... Okay, right. Palpatine's back. We need the missile shields of the Corellian destroyers. What did I miss? I thought you wouldn't stream today. June and ground combat? Oh, are we finally there? Space done and ground modding starting? Well, space isn't quite done. However, I think it is done to the extent that we can start focusing on a different aspect of the game. And to be entirely honest, I'm quite happy with that. Alright, do we have a bunch of shit ready? No, it's just one thing, but that's fine.
Setting course.
How long do these ground units take to build? Oh man, the old system of building ground units is so bad.
Cruiser reporting.
It's so bad. That's probably a bad idea. How about that
Complete.
instead? Also, how about... Oh no, wait, we don't really have any buildings there, do we? I mean, I can get the garrison from here. Yeah, but then they're artillery built. Let's just be safe here, right? Do we rush straight from Unilist? I mean, we do need all of the CIS and Republic units, but Vendili is right there. Ketenemoide is right there, and then we could get Mandalore. We just have to get to either Aldron Kuat or through Typhon and then Persia. Frisia. Persia? What? What the fuck? What is this?
Construction complete.
Fucking Arabia? No. Let's go hit up Frisia. Alright. Gas stuff is done. We don't need these. They're a little too expensive to just toss around space stations like that. Opinion me. Alright, now we do have to dodge this. Thank fuck. Build the Arcadia, win the game. If only I was at the level. Whew. Alright, we have a fairly decent fleet here. We can do some damage.
Roger.
And the best thing about this is we can send these guys forward.
Full speed. Cruiser here.
Corellian destroyer, of course, excellent against corvettes and light frigates. I was going to say heavy frigates. Why does my rotation animation not work? I have set up this... Actually, it's a super simple animation, but it just has the rotating dish, and now they do not rotate. Tricky.
Form up.
Alright,
Awaiting
all heavy
orders.
ships, just
Navigating to
go
coordinates.
get there as fast as you can.
Copy.
Are you really that slow?
Flank speed. Ready.
I mean, you are slow.
Roger that.
There, just send you straight in. What can go wrong?
I copy. Reporting in. Cruiser online. Navigating.
Now you are pretty fast. Speed 4. Okay, easy. I'm thinking the same. I used to have a big mobile air conditioning unit 2 years ago, then it broke down. Putting down quite a bit of money for something that'll see use of most 10 days a year just doesn't seem sensible. That's exactly my thought process, man.
Ready.
Oh, okay, that's close enough. As long as the missiles can fire. Let's actually get all the missiles firing. We do have missiles on both sides of the ship, so. And they will shred these corvettes. That's what they're for. Not a one shot. They're not heavy missiles like those. Of course, the difference you can see is the trail.
Your orders, sir. Move to attack.
But they do fire quite a few shots of volley, so we should easily be able to take them out. We are taking quite a bit of turbo laser fire, though. How are you guys so slow? Get in there! Oh, well, maybe not you. You need to not do that.
Awaiting
You definitely do, though.
Roger that.
God damn it.
Standing by.
Alright, well, we are taking damage, or we are almost taking damage. Let's get the hell out. We got one of the corvettes, at least. Alright, shields are now down. This is fairly... Oh.
Standing by.
Yeah,
All power to
just
the engine.
run. Just go! Outspeed all of their missiles. This is why turbo lasers are useful. They can actually catch ships like these. Alright, well, that guy got out by the skin of his engines.
Ready, sir. Roger. Yes, come
And
on.
now in come the warships. As if that's not a warship.
Holding fire for maximum effect.
Get the corvettes, which did not get the health doubled, obviously, since they're corvettes. Basically, corvettes and light frigates had a disproportionate amount of HP in the last version of the mod. And with the... Okay, well, there is missile galore in here. We are going to lose these units if we send them forward.
Ready.
I need to get you in here so you can get healed by that guy.
Ties reporting in.
Frigate standing by.
Okay. Maybe we should give smaller ships like this also an icon.
Heading out.
Oh, damage. No damage. Piss off with your damage.
Cruiser reporting. Gunship reporting.
Yeah. Alright, now this guy just needs to get in range of the... Right, let's actually move you. Alright, you should be in range now. Yeah, nice.
Copy.
Now, for some reason, and I don't know how this works,
I've got them in my sights.
it seems to redistribute HP. No, wait, I think I changed the... this, the way that the heal works in the code, so it should no longer have that issue. There used to be a fairly significant... Oh, fuck,
Reporting.
get back.
Yes, sir.
Get
Forward.
back.
Yes,
Get
Commander.
back. I should stop using these guys. I mean, I know they can capture asteroids, but shit, they die so quick.
Ready.
No, you know what? Maybe we should just send them in.
Cruiser
You know,
reporting.
they are part of our army.
Initiating attack. Weapons ready. Yes, sir.
Maybe we should just do it. You know? Live life on the edge. They are quite nice, actually. Quite useful against starfighters, of course. The Tardans specifically. And now all other corvettes. With the increased speed of the laser cannons, corvettes have become substantially more useful. Which is good, because, you know, units like the CR-90, they were always a little bit not... Well... They weren't as useful as I'd like them to be.
Reporting.
Alright, now we have our engines back. Let's
Fallout.
get in there and do some damage. Now, this is of course not a Corvette. I mean, I know it's slim and it is Corellian made, but it's very much not supposed to be a anti...
Move to attack.
Sorry. It's very much not supposed to be an anti-starfighter unit. This is definitely meant to hunt down light
We're in
frigates
position.
and corvettes, which is very good at. And of course it can be used as fire support like this. 1 quad turbo laser in the front, 2 dual turbo lasers in the back. Damn. Alright, I'm not going to spend my time hunting down these small guys.
The enemy has been defeated.
Alright, well, we are at least expanding quite rapidly now. This is good. We definitely need a permanent defense force here to guard this.
Vehicle
We need
in
2 of
production.
you. 2 of you.
Constructing
Let's
unit.
get 1 of you as
Constructing.
well. But we also need a ground attack force to actually, you know, attack shit with. We may have to do that using these guys, since they are not currently under direct threat. Can we raid? Probably. Is that necessary? No. Do we have Veers back? We really need Veers back before we do this, don't we?
Vehicle
Two
canceled.
of you,
Vehicle in production.
one of you. Hey! Grandmaster 2000. Hey Dutch, how was the break? It was very refreshing, man. I really needed a few days off. And I must say I enjoyed them greatly. Thank you for the support. As usual, how are you doing today?
Construction.
Ready to go.
I
Cruise
hate
online.
Deed, so I'm more than happy to spend the money for 5 months a year. Well, yeah, but I mean, if you're gonna use it for like 5 months, then I completely Oh, no, right, there's nothing there. If you're only going to use it, or if you are going to use it for like 5 months a year, then I completely understand. But if you're only going to use it for like a couple days a year, which is very much the case in
Navigating.
places like the Netherlands, oh yeah,
Vehicle
that's
in
what we need,
production.
baby.
Vehicle canceled.
But apparently not before that tech level is complete. Also, we have no money. I feel like we need to get our shit building rapidly. Can we attack yet? He's almost ready for ground assault.
Engineers reporting for duty.
There he is. Let's also get him. You guys need to stay.
As the Emperor
Ready to go.
wills.
Damn.
Invasion
Let's do
commencing.
it. Yes, at the time that the Empire invaded Persia. Yeah, that was, you know,
Yes, General.
slip off the tongue, so to
Standing
say.
by.
Choose your reinforcements.
I mean, if we're going to get free
Inputting
guys,
coordinates.
I should stop landing these when I could be landing like Darth fucking Vader. Whew. Man, oh man, it is hot. And it's even better because my room is actually in the position of the house that the sun shines on in the afternoon and the evening. When the sun goes down, it is directly onto my room. So when it is at the hottest point of the day, which at this point is kind of like evening, it gets even hotter for me.
With me.
Ready
You know
for
what? I'm
orders.
gonna send you straight to the
Affirmative.
base. Fire on base. Did you fix the lag spikes? No. There were some performance issues with the new system, which basically, of course, is attributed to the fact that we doubled the population value, and units like starfighters and corvettes did not have their population value adjusted, so you can have double of them on the screen. And as it turns out, the game just doesn't like that. I went through every possibility. It wasn't the particles specifically. It wasn't specifically the starfighters. The amount of projectiles on the screen, the speed of projectiles. It wasn't the pathfinding of ships. It wasn't the... I basically went through everything that could potentially cause lag. I deleted all the turrets to try to test, like
They
every
will
ship
not be a
turret.
problem.
Which is basically just adding, like, or changing a single tag in the code, but still. Thank fuck Visual Studio Code has, like, a system to quickly enter or change every tag there is, because otherwise that would have been a problem. But yeah, it wasn't that either, and I think it's just that we've, at this point, hit the limit of what the game wants to do. Can do, rather.
Reporting
And
in, sir.
I shouldn't try to push it very much further.
Attacking.
All hail His Royal Majesty Emperor Palpatine.
All hail
Moving
His
to attack.
Royal Majesty. Now, I did say I was going to go straight for the base.
Available. That is a great disturbance.
But turns out I needed to support this guy more, since those are rocket troops. And that bunker is still
Ready to
not down.
receive your transmission.
And we do not have... Wait, we have bombing runs? I thought we didn't. Oh, well, I mean, I'll happily take him.
Commence attack run.
Commence that attack run.
Moving
Alright,
to
well,
that
with that
location.
gone, let's
Complying
go
with orders.
fire on the base.
We have a new enemy.
But yeah, the small amount of lag spikes that we did get in the while testing, I was basically doing like 2v2 skirmish on hard, basically for the AI, basically to test how is the lag affected by the new gameplay changes. Because the mod ran very nicely, only it runs a little bit less well. Which is definitely a problem, and I was very happy. No, don't trust these guys in there, they'll die to that EG turret. You just keep moving, you can go over these small little
Ahead to that position.
things. You know what we need to do? We need to make this guy able to walk over water. That's what we need to do. And that's a change that will likely happen. Or at least that I will test with.
Witness my victory.
Target acquired.
Awaiting your orders.
Oh, right, he
I
autocast that.
anticipate no problems.
go hit some shit. But yeah, I'll simply have to look into somehow increasing performance more. I do like to sit at a steady like 60 FPS, however that's not always possible in this game. Sadly, it only runs on one core, and it doesn't quite matter what kind of PC you stuff the game on. It's just going to be bottlenecked by that single CPU problem always. If only we had multi-core support for this game. Sadly, we don't, of course.
Commander. You can start your advance momentarily.
And it shows.
Turret
Are
construction.
you guys just not doing anything? Go on, do something. Win. Perfect.
I'm
Oh,
ready.
AV turret.
I'll be there
Let's go for that
shortly.
with the AV. These will be substantially more useful in the next release, but they'll also be a lot less often. Is that it? They did.
What is your
Bombing
order?
run available.
Oh, really? That's it? Oh, come on.
Construction complete.
I'm not gonna move all the way over there. Here, just bomb them.
As you command.
You can kill that.
Distance
You guys can
calculated.
mop up the rest of them.
We were victorious.
Voila.
Roll out.
But yeah, performance I was quite happy with in 2.0. Given the increase of stuff like, well, units on the screen basically, it does decrease it slightly. I've thought about ways to
Building under construction.
kind of try to uniformly change the
Building under construction.
performance without doing things like reducing fighter squadron sizes and such. But I don't think I can do it. So I'm just gonna have to live with it. It's still very, very acceptable.
Right away.
Performance has always been great, as I've been saying for a while now.
Battle imminent.
I'd like to always improve it, of course, but I think we just hit the limit of what the game can do. So I just have to accept that.
Awaiting orders.
And live with it.
Course.
For the rest of your
At
days.
your command. Ready for battle.
As a
Reporting
certain
in.
Maester Aemon once said.
Ready for duty. Destination confirmed.
Alright, you know what? I'm just gonna leave everything else
Roger
out of the
that.
fight, except for you guys. Got interrupted right as the donation came through. I'm doing good. Just had a job interview and it went really well. Glad to hear that. Glad to still be able to be a machinist there. But that sounds like a quite nice job. Machinist, that is the name in English for a train driver, I think? Or a train operator, I should say. You're not kind of driving the train. I suppose you are more like operating the train. I just went under though. Finally open the window and take a breath. Not me! I can't open the window, otherwise the neighbors will have noise complaints. Remake is breaking the game now. I guess that's not too hard though. No, it's not quite breaking the game. It's just that at some point you are going to put the game through. You have to do so much. Like there's so many fighters and projectiles and turrets and everything that the performance starts dropping. And there are mods like Thrawn's Revenge which do an exceptionally amazing job of keeping the performance very high by having fewer things like turrets and such. But Remake obviously has always tried to kind of push the edge in that regard, and I think we have struck a magnificent balance in that sense, because we have so many turrets and high poly ships and good textures, also a lot of not good textures, but you know, that's just how she goes. I'm still looking into replacing a lot, obviously, but we have so many things on the field at once, and the game runs so smooth. It's actually a miracle. Like the amount of optimization that have happened in the last 2 years is insane. And it's really paid off. The gameplay is very smooth right
Enemy
now.
units.
Orders, sir.
Oh, and of course, to increase performance further, you can always just go into the video and then, where is it? Run in window. Run in window, for some reason, and I don't know why, improves performance by such a tremendous amount. I have no idea why that is.
Command, sir.
And they're dying.
Bombers at the
I mean,
ready.
that was not unexpected, let's be
Receiving
honest.
orders.
Let's go send these. Oh no, wait, that one's
Setting
close.
up my run,
Go ahead.
sir.
Die
Oh,
squadron
did you stop?
standing
Don't
by.
stop.
Waiting orders. Copy.
Go in.
We're on our way.
Go in. Everything fully, and you first.
We're on the move. Moving ahead.
Well, I mean, if you don't go first, that's okay, but...
Moving into position. We're almost
What are you
there.
doing? Start moving,
Right
you
away.
lazy shit.
Moving out.
Power to engines. Yeah,
Ready
let's
to
just
receive
stop
orders.
the engines. Fools. That's not a TIE bomber. That's a TIE bomber.
Sir.
That was a TIE bomber.
I copy. Targeting at maximum firepower.
You know that fire on the base meme is way too easy to use. It's just
Reporting.
fire on the
Pressing the
asteroid
attack.
base.
Awaiting
It's
instructions.
so simple. It's
Yes,
so lazy.
Commander.
I kind of like it
Ready?
though. It's pretty good.
Holding fire for maximum effect.
You know, the new fire rate of units looks really good. I'm half tempted to just put in the new fire rate of units anyway, despite the fact that it's not entirely balanced around the community challenge, because it just looks, well, it just looks good. To be honest, that's
Cruiser
all
reporting.
there's to it. It just looks good.
Initiating attack.
I'm just gonna sit these guys here and keep the other guys back. Oh no, it's metalworking. CNC machine. Oh, okay, sorry. My bad. Can't directly translate that either. Man, there's so many things you can't translate directly, which I personally have tried not to, for example, let a bunch of Dutch shit slip. For example, there's like Flinter Thin, which as it turns out does not in fact translate to English, but I'll say it every now and then anyway. Which basically means very, very thin. It's like paper thin, only we say flinter thin. Flinter thin.
Gunship
Only
reporting.
that doesn't quite
Full
work
speed
anymore.
ahead.
Yeah, you know, the shorter turbo lasers are going to look much better. And I actually had a version of that, like a prototype version online of a few projectiles, and it looked way better.
Batteries online. We're in attack position.
Oh, we are
Weapons ready.
smashing.
Moving into position.
That guy will fall to our missiles.
Targeting at maximum firepower. Target sighted.
But yeah, as I said, I am happy to report that the gameplay overhaul, the doubling of the firepower of the units, the increasing of the HP there where needed, the increased cost, the population value, all that stuff is now finished. It's done. Has been since last week, and to be honest, it really feels like a load off the mind.
Yes, sir.
I've tried for a long time to get that stuff implemented, and having it finished really, it puts a load off your shoulders, really. Alright, now we have Frisia. Not in fact Persia. Who knew? Though to be fair, if it said Persia, I'd find that quite funny.
in production. Unit in
Ready to
production.
go.
Right, let's go invade that. Well, what are we looking at?
Construction.
Alright,
complete.
swamp. You know what? I don't particularly feel like going through another swamp, but
Invasion commencing.
let's go find Shrek. What are those thin ships with
They're
the
in
Star
this
Destroyers?
direction.
Oh, you mean the Corellian destroyers? Well, they are Corellian.
Yes, General.
Where the hell did these increased size maps came from? This is very clearly
Acknowledged.
like this was the map, and then they added this, made it wider, and then they added that. I don't understand how, what, or why. Is that like a Forces of Corruption thing?
Standing by.
I've absolutely no idea.
Choose your reinforcements.
Alright, land you, and then I suppose I'll land a miscellaneous one of you. I program and run computerized mills.
Secure the landing zone.
Alright.
I fear no one.
I have a friend that did that. He worked with, he was basically a metal worker, I think you call it.
At your service.
Anyway, trades guy. He was really great guy actually. He was very good at what he did. He's now working in some super fancy company somewhere.
Destination is acknowledged.
The time has come.
Choose your reinforcements.
How the hell did we suddenly get 8 command? Oh, right. Can we go capture that, maybe?
Reporting in, sir.
If we can capture that, we can deploy shit straight in the front line.
Yes. Order confirmed.
Which I would very much appreciate.
What now?
Why the hell do units spawn from here if it's that close to a thing? You know, factions that don't have this, the Empire, you know. They can't capture this, and so they are missing all those population points. And they only get 2 from this. This map is so unbalanced for all the factions.
Setting course.
Man, this game could
Right
use
away.
some fucking balance.
Dark side is strong.
Balance adjustments. I mean, we already knew that,
To
but
receive your transmission.
it's really
I
anus
am
sometimes.
en route.
I've noticed that running in the window can cause crashes to Destiny. Oh, it really shouldn't. Interesting. I'll keep that in mind. I'm hyped for the fire rate between that and the new turbo laser. It's gotten a look gorgeous. Oh, it looks really good, man. I'm very happy. Except for the performance drops. Those I am not happy with. Like, those I am absolutely not happy with. I actually prided myself quite a bit on the fact that the mod ran so well. Like, we have one of the most graphically good-looking, let's just say good-looking mods.
Confirmed and compliant.
Graphically intensive as well. But it ran so bloody well. And now with the performance going down a bit, I'm really not happy with that.
Coordinates received. Right away.
Now I can no longer stroke my ego. Oh, we have such a good-looking mod and it runs so well. Now it's just, it looks pretty. And it runs fairly well.
Ready.
Alright, let's not have these guys going first. Let's also not set them to auto self-destruct, because I don't trust the computer to do my auto or to do my self-destructing for me. You need to get moving. What the fuck are you doing? I need to literally just make these guys be able to walk over every bit of terrain. Like mountains, water. I mean, obviously not mountains. Water at least.
Moving to that location.
Is there anything here? No, just a bunch of wankers with
Orders,
missiles.
Commander.
Is there a base that we can fire
I am
on
ready. What
while
is your
yelling
order?
loudly fire at the base? No? Nothing? Maybe back
Complying
here?
with orders.
I mean, this is clearly the same map as that one other map.
What are you waiting for?
Except it's like a little bit of...
Them.
There will be nothing left of them.
Yeah,
Yes,
just
General.
fire at that. I've actually heard Flinter Thin before. Yeah, probably on this live stream. Probably on this live stream. I say that quite a bit when I should. It would be so neat if the 88 could just walk through the swamp. Yeah, I know. It would be so cool. And they used to be able to do that in canon. And then whoever designed this ground combat thought, yeah, let's not make the all-terrain units all-terrain. It's like, what kind of a wanker built this? Looking forward to the new officers and the admirals mechanics. Yeah, you know, I really thought the Academy needed a new function, and I thought this would be a great in-depth way to use not only the commander bonus system, but also to really give the Academy a new purpose. Like, actually make it worth building. You know, have a new tier of, like, Fleet Admiral. It's kind of like a fleet, for the uninitiated who do not follow the updates channel on the Discord server. Basically, the fleet commanders have been changed to 2 specific units. There are the fleet there is the captain and there is the admiral. Both give the same bonus. It is, they did it. They are now. They both give the same bonus. They give, I think it is 10% extra shield points, 15% fire range, and 20% movement speed bonus. Now, the captain gives it to corvettes and frigates, whereas the admiral also gives it to corvettes and frigates, but also battleships, you know, it's basically the capital ships, the dreadnoughts, and the battlecruisers.
Ready to go.
We really need that thing online if we're going to hold Coronel.